Hi, Facebook world. I'm running, a few minutes, 40, 55 minutes late today. Meh. Gonna give it a few minutes to see folks join us. I'm not on schedule by any means. Mary Ellen, hi. Karen, hello. Nellie, hi. Karen, I owe you a phone call. I got your message, and obviously I haven't called back. I'm so sorry. I'll call you after this feed. um, Hi, ladies. How's everyone doing today? Today is Friday, for those that were wondering. I woke up thinking it was Saturday, all excited to have a free day, and then the emails and notifications on my phone started going off. And I was talking to a friend today, and he swore yesterday was Tuesday until he woke up this morning and was like, why do I have these meetings today? Cheryl, hi, welcome. It's all about perspective, right? Does it really matter what day it is? My calendar tells me where I have to be, when I have to be there. I remember Good Friday cheer. Yeah, that's right. Is it Good Friday today? Didn't even realize. Yeah, I don't really. So, fun fact, I am Jewish by history. My family's from Russia. We actually, fun fact, unrelated, my family immigrated to the United States in 1992. I was about 6 years old. We came over as refugees on a refugee visa. But we didn't practice, and my parents still, we don't practice Judaism. We never did. I don't believe it was allowed, really, in Russia when we lived there. And I kind of just pick and choose which holidays I celebrate. I like Christmas. I like Thanksgiving. That's really not a religious holiday, but I kind of do my own thing with holidays. So Easter is not one I know. Not that I don't know, but I don't really. I've mentioned to you guys I borrow families and I go to different people's houses for holidays because these traditions weren't something that I grew up with, but I love them and they excite me. Hi, Tony. Hi, Tim. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so all about perspective. It's interesting that I got on that whole family history thing. I talk about perspective. My family came over really for the American dream. Dogs are pushing me around, so my hand is moving. We came over for the American dream to have a better life. My parents wanted to give me a better life here in the U.S. And it's all about perspective, right? Because we were refugees, which means like there's oppression and you're running from something. But were we running from something or were we running towards something greater? Candace, hi. I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. Glad you joined us. Dan, good to see you too. I was just sharing a little bit about my background. I don't even know how we got on that topic. That we came over to the United States in 1992 as refugees from Russia, from Moscow. We were talking about Good Friday, and that I kind of don't follow a religion. I sort of just go with the flow and pick holidays I want to celebrate, and then get invited to families' houses and adopt families, or they adopt me. But there's a lot of, we faced a lot of struggles, and many people did in different ways, right? We faced a lot of struggles with not knowing the language, not knowing nuances, not having grown up in this culture. I kind of just always stood out from my peers in many ways. But what brings me back to this topic of perspective is, I don't know what kind of life I would have had we stayed in Russia. There were a lot of bad things that were happening at the time, so hi Danny, hi Ro, Michael, hey guys. So it's all in how you look at it. And interestingly enough, today's reading from Journey to the Heart is all about perspective. I wanted to share that with you. So, change your perspective is the topic, or is the title. Sometimes a slight difference in where we stand can dramatically change how we see things. One morning, shortly after sunrise, I climbed on top of a mesa in Sedona. I'd been there the day before, staring at the shapes and forms of the other mesas and gazing down upon the city. Now this morning, I sat in a different place to meditate and to look around. The spot where I sat this day was only a few feet from where I'd sat before, but the view looked entirely different. I saw different shapes and forms in the mesas. I saw a different view of the city, the world below, right? It's all about where you're standing, right? What kind of lens you have on your glasses. We could see the world. We talk about trauma a lot, right? We could see the world with trauma-tinted glasses. We could see the world with gratitude-tinted glasses. It's all about how we choose to view situations, right? It's how we choose to respond to situations. We often need to change our position so we can see things differently. We don't have to make a dramatic change. We just need to move around a little. Perhaps an unresolved issue is blocking our vision, blocking us from seeing the beauty that's there. Maybe a bit of anger or self-contempt is interfering with our vision, right? So we keep going back to vision. We keep going back to perception. It's all about how we see things. This is a cool experience. I've sat in meetings, work meetings, other meetings, whatever, and say a friend and I were at the same meeting and we walked out of that meeting and I was like, that was useless. It sucked. We didn't talk about anything. And my friend had a totally different experience. And he had said, I'm thinking of one particular one, he was like, wow, that was really powerful. We got a lot accomplished. There's a lot of great things happening. And it was all a lot to do with the attitude we walked in there, and also the way we saw the people, the way we heard the message. If I'm going into something skeptical, maybe not liking the people, having misconceptions or making judgments about what kind of environment I'm walking into, I'm going to see the room differently. I'm going to hear the message differently. And that's very much how I see life, right? We talk about attitude. It's like all these themes keep repeating themselves because they have so much value. How we see life, the kind of attitude we approach situations with, how we carry ourselves, how we choose to handle situations, right? For example, the current state of affairs, right? I could see it as I'm trapped in my house. And again, this is not to discount anyone's feelings or experiences. There's not a right or wrong way to deal with any single situation, really. My way may not work for you. Your way may not work for me. This is just me kind of speaking my mind in many ways, So I could wake up each morning and feel trapped, feel purposeless, and feel like a mess, right? Or I could wake up each morning and think about, how am I going to contribute to this world? How am I going to help someone else? Or how am I going to make a positive change? Right? And don't get me wrong, there's days where I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I need to get out of the house. I need to do something. It's not linear by any means, right? But it's all about the attitude I have when I get up, or the attitude I have when I'm going into something. All these things make up the greater whole. And I see a lot of folks have joined us since I was on a tangent. Holly, Meredith, hi ladies, happy Friday. Karina, Trista, hi my love. Hi, Adam. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Pat. A lot of folks joined us as I was rambling on and on. So maybe a bit of anger or self-contempt is interfering with our vision. Maybe the changes we need to make are minor, much less than we thought. Maybe we simply need to look at whatever we're viewing without fear, to change our mood and see it with the eyes of love. I just love that so much. I read this earlier in the day, and I was just thinking about seeing situations with the eyes of love. Take a break, move around, learn to change your perspective. Maybe you don't need to change what you're looking at. Maybe you just need to change where you stand. I love this book. And one of the reasons I like it, because a lot of daily readings have a religious twist or a religious, not twist, focus, whatever religion it may be. And I like that this one is like non-denominational. It doesn't really mention God a whole lot because for some people it's kind of a scary word, or we all have different beliefs, and for me, I really like that this just kind of talks to existence and being versus any one particular religion or verbiage, I guess. Hi, Mary Jo. How are you? I'm glad you joined us. I'm getting tongue-tied. I did get outside today. It was kind of good. This week I've been a little burnt out from like Zoom meetings and talking to people really, which is like a good problem to have, that I've just been sitting at my computer and on the phone. So I took one day this week, I mentioned I just kind of took the day off or the afternoon off. I didn't jump on the meetings that I had scheduled. I got out of a bunch of things just to simplify, to bring it back. Hallie, it's in my cart. Oh, for a second, the emoji looked like a toilet, and I was like, I'm not sure what you mean. The book, good. I'm glad. It's really good. I like it a lot. And Dan, our thoughts have a lot to do with our emotions. They sure do. They have everything to do with our emotions. So what was I saying? Oh, so I took some time this week for myself. I took some time today. Yesterday was a busy day. This weekend, I hope to not do a whole lot of work, although I kind of have to do a few things. But really just taking some time to sit with me. I've been so attached to my phone lately, and it seems like it's getting worse. I charge it multiple times a day. It's getting pretty ridiculous, and I just want to be free of those detachments. Matter of fact, yesterday morning, I woke up, and I like to kind of have a morning routine before I just jump in, because if I allow myself to just jump in, I get super overwhelmed. Or resentful, or it just throws me off. So I like to kind of take a breather, wake up. It takes me a minute to wake up. And I started getting calls and emails right away. It was like, I don't remember what time I got up. I think the phone started just going nuts at 7 or 7:30. And I didn't pause. I didn't take that break and take care of me. I just jumped right in. And I think it was 9 o'clock. At this point, I'm on the phone and my phone's freaking out. It wasn't working. It was muting. I don't know what it was doing. And I started to have a panic attack. I do have a history of panic attacks, so I knew what it was. I didn't panic, I just know that hyperventilation kind of, dizzy, lightheaded. And it was because I was overstimulated and overwhelmed. I wanted to shut my phone off and just be. So this weekend, that's my plan, to shut my phone off for good portions of the day and just be. We can get so overstimulated so quickly, especially now, because everything's virtual. Everything's on our phones or our computers, and just gets to be too much sometimes. So make sure you're checking in with yourself. Make sure you're asking yourself how you're doing, how you're feeling. What do you need? What's really cool as of late is, as of the past couple of years, is this emergence of a recovery-oriented system of care. It's what we call it in kind of like the treatment-esque world, And that's where we say the individual in recovery, like I am the expert on my recovery and you're the expert in your recovery. Because years ago, you were told basically, like, you need to do this. You need to go to detox or rehab or outpatient. You need to go to mutual aid meetings. There wasn't this question of like, what do you think? How do you feel? You were it was more directed. And now it's, the question is, what do you need for your recovery? What do you need to do? And I think that's so important. And we need to, it's such a simple twist of words instead of you need to, like just asking the simple question of like, what happened to you? What do you need for yourself? And we can do that. We can ask ourselves that question a couple of times a day to check in, kind of be a check of where we're at, gauge what we need, taking a pause, not taking a pause, whatever that may mean. And some new folks, Christina, Todd, hey guys, good to see you. Jeff, hi, good to see you. Brian, Joshua, hey you guys. I see Holly. Holly, I was in the neighborhood yesterday and drove by Recovery for the first time. I wanted to go inside so bad. Holly, I miss it so much. I know a lot of us do. It's a really cool place. I can't wait for you to see it. I'm so glad you found us on Facebook and in this virtual world, and I just can't wait to meet you in person. I feel like I know you so well already, and that's pretty cool. Meredith wrote, it's funny, the more I'm letting go and accepting whatever will be during this pandemic and all its repercussions, the more blessings are coming. My husband had an interview today and was selected for the final round of interviews next week. Hopefully we'll get in and won't be out of work at all. But even if he doesn't, somehow it will all work out and be okay. No amount of worry will make it any different. Yeah, absolutely. I think about that a lot, when I hear news that maybe I didn't expect or something caught me off guard, right? I think about what my reaction's going to be. Instead of just acting, I take a pause and think about my reaction. I could freak out, right? I could totally panic. I could get wound up, or I could not. I could ground myself. I could think about, what do I have control over in the situation? The outcome is the same. It doesn't hurt other people. I mean, I can if I'm freaking out and it's affecting other people, but it's really just hurting me more than anything. Daniel, I need to learn more about what help changes thoughts. I need to learn more about what help changes thoughts. Like when you are having like a panic attack, it helps stop it in the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of different techniques. I'm not a doctor. My background is in social work, but I don't practice that way at Recovery. But I do know there are a lot of different breathing techniques. There's meditation. There's calling people. In the moment, when I have a panic attack, I need to know that I feel safe. So I almost have to, I don't know, it's not pull myself out of the panic attack, but just say over and over again, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. But again, not a doctor, not giving you medical advice. Definitely reach out to your doctor. I could just share a couple of things that, work well for me. Joshua, hi. Meredith, oops, hit send too soon. Totally get the excess phone usage. It seems like that's an issue for a lot of people during this pandemic quarantine. I've certainly caught myself using it too much, trying to step away from it more. Yeah, for sure. Really need to disconnect, need to. Brian, I missed your meditation. I usually watch them late. I actually had it playing and then I paused 10 times because a call came in or an email came in or something I could have put off came in and took me away from the self-care that I needed. You did it from the Recovery parking lot. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm going to go back and read it. Actually, we're going to be, or Hope Dealers Be the Change is going to be in the Recovery parking lot tomorrow from 12 to 3 doing free social distanced Narcan trainings. So they're going to keep people away, wear a mask, make sure you keep that distance, and if you need a Narcan kit, stop by. 12 to 3 Recovery parking lot. Christina, I just took a break from technology for a while and colored in my new swear word coloring book given to me by a special friend. That is super cool. That is super cool. Very therapeutic. I love it. I love it. I see them all the time. They look fun. Todd, hope all is well with you. All in the Big Rock. Get some wind therapy. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I had planned to get out tomorrow. I rode out to Canandaigua, was it a week or two ago? And it was like, whew, I can breathe. I'm super cheesy. Todd's talking about motorcycles because I'm new to riding and I'm such a cornball. Such a cornball. Brian Quinn, I missed you today. Yes, Joshua, I believe God is with us and we all will get through this and believe our higher power will get us through this. Absolutely. We're all going to get through this together. Yeah, this is definitely unlike anything we've ever faced before, our generation anyway, but we have gotten through so many things, right? We have gotten through historically in our personal lives, as a community, as a country, as a state, we're going to get through this and we're going to come out stronger. Meredith, I've heard about grounding yourself during a panic attack, tracing the outline of your hand or something can help. I've never tried that myself. Deep breathing sometimes helps me, but other times doesn't. And I've heard that can happen because deep breathing lowers blood pressure, which mimics some of the physical symptoms of panic attacks. Yeah, so definitely, we are not doctors. We're not giving medical advice. These are things that work for us. So Dan, talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist, see what they say. And Joshua, I can't wait to get back to rock recovery. It's recovery. I'm sort of sensitive about that because a lot of people say rock recovery, and actually treatment providers say rock recovery, which just creates more confusion because that's where you hear it, and but it's rock recovery. Sorry, I always go on this rampage. Yeah, but I think, was it Chelsea yesterday or 2 days ago, I think it was, asked folks like I don't know if what they miss most or what their favorite memory is of recovery. Joshua, 13 years. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Congratulations. Good job. 13 years in sobriety. Good stuff. So what, if you guys shoot it out, what is your favorite memory or your favorite thing that you miss about recovery? I know for me, it's the people. It's the community. No matter what we're doing, we're always having fun. I really miss the mountains, going up to the Adirondacks and camping and hiking with everyone. That's one of my big things. We have a lot of fun. We're really goofy, sometimes inappropriate. Mary Jo, the people. Yeah, it's definitely the people. And people and Brody, Karen said. Brody, guys, they're so needy. Like, if someone wants to babysit, I don't care if I pitch a tent in my backyard. I never thought the day would come where I would say I need a break from these dogs, but I'm feeling it. I couldn't even go to the bathroom without them sitting and crying to get in. Ah! I'm going to lose it. Chelsea, if you're listening, someone come take these dogs for a day. I feel bad, but tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day, and I hope to get them out and get some of that energy out, because this is just unbearable. Yeah. I can't wait to get back to the center and see all your smiling faces. I know, Mary Jo, I'm going to call you. Linda, same here. Isn't it something? God, I'm going to call you Mary Jo. They're out of hand. Curtis, hi, welcome. We're just wrapping up for this Friday night. Yeah, I hope you guys, Friday night, I've kind of made like my date night with myself and the dogs, obviously, because they won't leave me alone. But I like to light some candles. I put on Netflix. I usually treat myself to something food-wise. I have dark chocolate covered pretzels. Not a super treat, but I've also not been going to like the supermarket a whole lot. But I really like dark chocolate and pretzels, so it's perfect. Useless bit of information, entirely useless. But I hope that you find a day where you could take yourself on a date, you know, and stay at home and disconnect, put your phone down, watch some TV, do something nice for yourself and just breathe. Friday night has turned into my day, Mary Jo. I freaking love you. So I hope you do something nice for yourself today. And take good care of yourself and love those around you, right? See the world through, with loving eyes, with eyes of love. It was a cool reading. I like it. All right, you guys, take care. I shall see you tomorrow. Same bad place, same bad channel. Is that from, I can't remember. Kit, the car kit. No, it's okay. Irrelevant. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Bye.